Well, good evening, everybody. How we all doing? Hi, Shiny.
Hello.
What'd you say?
I said hello.
Okay, good. That's all working. Yeah, so we're probably just gonna finish up the Incubus tonight.
What you painting tonight?
Aye. Well, I'd rather that be the only scuff.
Well, at least we know it's scuffed now.
You wouldn't have even noticed if I hadn't said anything. Actually, if somebody was thinking about it, they would have probably realized it. No. There was no music playing for 5 minutes.
No.
So it was just quiet for 5 minutes. Okay, I need to talk to somebody about making a bot that does that. Because I think that would be a hilarious bot. It's just anytime that sound effect is played, just randomly it takes a screenshot, puts the to be continued filter over it. Doesn't matter what it is, just out of context, and then posts it to Twitter. And Blue Sky.
Yeah.
No context, just post that screenshot. Like, wait.
I'm sure there is a bot that does that.
I'm honestly surprised there's not. But we're painting up the Incubus we were working on last week.
Not the one that's out for Harambe, I hope.
No. That guy, I finally edited the files for that one. He's going to take 3 different prints.
Oh, Jiminy Christmas.
The wings alone, so the wings are... I don't know why. For some reason, the wings are just that big. It's a 75mm model for some reason. It's a 75mm model, which should fit perfectly fine. It's just the way the wings are supported. Now, I could have gone and made my own supports and probably made it a lot more fit together.
Yeah.
But let's face it, it's like... If I know the artist has does good supports like Ronan does...
Yeah.
I wouldn't be worrying about it.
Yeah. Well, and again, it's Ronan. Like, he doesn't really fuck up.
Well, it's Heck. What's his name? I forget what he's called. He's Heck something. He's done a ton of really good. He's done a ton of really good sculpts for a ton of different games. So,
Yeah.
he's done a couple of Kingdom Death. I have a reproduction of one of his models because I don't think they make the model anymore.
Yes.
Or it doesn't come in stock very often.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, did you see the October release for Twin Goddess?
No, I didn't.
Mildly disappointed it's not Halloween themed.
Honestly, it's honestly, it's probably the sad part is it was probably either last month or next month will be all their Halloween stuff, because they always seem to be a little bit behind on that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I am so Gaz Mini. So Ronin, we're pretty much doing every single model they did this month. So we're doing the 2 Incubus and the 2 Succubus. So we're doing a safe for work and a not safe for work Incubus, and a safe for work and a not safe for work Succubus.
Yeah.
To be fair, how I should have done one piece of the Succubuses is I should have painted it in clear resin, but I wasn't going to go buy clear resin just to do that one little piece. Because they look like they're floating.
Yeah.
I would rather just do my trick where I make it look like it's clearish and just put like one of my glowing paints on it. So it looks like some kind of like magical thing going on.
Yeah.
this guy, the one that we're working on, I still need to print him a base because for some reason by default he didn't have a base.
Which is interesting.
I think it's just for some reason the 75 didn't. Ronin's probably fixed it by now.
Yeah, which is entirely possible.
Yeah. So Ronin always does a
Nami, your mic cut out.
I literally got distracted by something.
Oh.
Yeah. It's basically just one of those things where so they always do a pinup model.
Yeah.
So sometimes the pinup model is a really good pinup model. Sometimes it's like, ooh, I want to do this variant of it. Ooh, I want to do this variant of it.
And sometimes it's just the same model with just no clothes on.
Yeah, pretty much. Because one of their first couple of months they did was a diorama sort of one where it's this girl kind of looking like a Bond villain, Bond girl.
Yeah.
And she's walking down these stairs. It's literally the same pose in both versions. Just one's wearing a dress, the other's not. And I'm like, I really feel what it should have been for the spicy version is it should have been her sitting on the stairs with kind of the same look on her face.
Yeah.
But, like, use the same stairway.
Yeah. Also, I found out why Twin's not doing pinups anymore. Apparently, people were, like, thirsting a lot of the models that were underage, and it weirded them out.
To be fair, I could picture what Twin could secretly do is they probably are just... What Twin could easily do is they could probably make a separate one. A separate, like,
Yeah.
Patreon for just that stuff.
Yeah.
And just not advertise it. But if you know if you know it's them, you'd be like, oh, it's Twin Goddess.
Yeah. Well, Twin has a particular style, and it wouldn't be that hard to tell.
Lavender Devilry can kind of simulate it.
Yeah.
Gaz has pulled it off once or twice.
Yeah.
Somebody else has done it once or twice too. Somebody else did it once, and I was like, wait, that's Twin Goddess. And then I was like, no, it's inspired by Twin Goddess. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah. Well, like how, I can't remember his name. Jiggly Sticks, before he started making his feet on his models tiny, they had a very, like, Twin Goddess-y feel.
I keep forgetting they changed the lookout on my mini because I was like, why does this all look different? Oh right, Cult. Okay, ritual casting models. I want to see if ritual casting had anything fun to do next month. They kind of did. Every once in a while I have to go check ritual casting because they have some really good models. It's just they're very like anime figure size figures models.
Yeah.
The one where I think I've showed it off before. It's the one where it's the girl holding the skull and there's like demon hands ripping up at her. That's ritual casting. Also, I have a motorcycle girl. Yeah.
Well, I still like that one that you did with the tentacle Cauldron, whatever.
That was Lavender Devilry.
Yeah.
And that was a Huffslove inspired figure.
Yeah. Well, it's just like one of those. The song you put on TikTok about it was just like suiting, but at the same time.
To be fair, if it's with TikTok, there's a 50-50 shot that the song was replaced.
Yeah. Well, it was like something you're fucked or whatever.
Oh, yeah, no, that one's gone. That is from a comedy. It's like a Horrible Histories, but for adults kind of thing.
Yeah.
Let's see, where is it?
I know it still exists on YouTube.
YouTube doesn't give two shits. YouTube didn't give two shits because they have a deal with Warner Music Group right now. Oh, it's not Lavender Devilry. That is a Gaz Mini, right? Oh, and that's even the one where I got away with uploading the not safe for work version.
Yeah.
There's like 2 where I did that, and nobody has questioned it, and I'm like, well, okay then.
Yeah.
Because every once in a while, I'll sneak one in just to be like, okay, is anybody actually paying attention to this?
Yeah.
Well, and then there's ones like the Ghost Girl where she's got like 123.7k views.
Yeah.
I usually sit around like 1,000 views on stuff, and that's just because the way Twitch and TikTok annoyingly is.
Yeah.
Because TikTok is really trying to go... Well, because TikTok's like, we want you to pay for this service that lets us help you get more views and do free marketing for you. I'm like...
Again, it's not as bad as Insta is, where you remotely post anything that's sexually...
Well, because they have a very, like, strict... They have a very strict, yeah, no...
Wow.
Wow. Hi, Derp. How you doing?
Hey, Derp.
Okay. No, I just realized I never dry fitted the skull head to this guy. You know, it would help if there wasn't supports there. So far we've just been chatting, and I just realized I forgot to remove some stuff from this guy.
Whoops.
Well, I didn't notice it.
Okay, game. Can I not get Mario Karted for 5 seconds?
We've just been chatting mostly about models, because we're talking about the models that we'll be painting up after this guy. Oh wow, that actually goes on pretty well. That's normally the one issue I have with Ronin, is the head never goes on exactly right. Like, I'll put enough glue on to fix it up so that you don't really notice, but...
Yeah.
Yeah. I do like how the skin tones come out, because we've almost got like a Hellboy look going on.
Yeah. Speaking of Hellboy, one of my friends, Falling Freely, who also streams, did like digital art of what's his nuts, Link or whatever his name is, or Darwin or whatever the fuck his name is. The fish fucker.
Abraham.
Abraham, yeah.
He was born on the same day Abraham Lincoln was assassinated.
Yeah.
That's why he's called Abraham. Okay, where does the tail go in? Probably a hole I don't see. Shush.
Context.
Even without context. I can kind of see where it's supposed. Yeah, I can kind of see where it's supposed to go. It's not gonna go exactly in, so he's just gonna have a little. You can kind of tell how it's supposed to be, and I'm like, I would have put that different. I would have made it more obvious. But to be fair, if I glue it in the way I'm thinking it's gonna go in, you're not even gonna tell, unless you're looking at a certain angle of this model.
Yeah.
But what are you up? So, well, I know you're playing a game or something. What are you up to, Derp? Well, actually, what's everybody up to? Yeah, we're just gonna have to do that.
Ooh-wee.
What?
Almost drifted the wrong way.
What game is Sparking Zero? Yeah, we'll have to do that. Alright. The boots are going to be easy. We're going to do brown boots, probably some kind of highlight. It's kind of stale when you don't know how to properly play it. Aw. Well, that kind of sucks, but as long as you're having fun playing it at least.
Yeah. To be fair, it's like, what's that one Bob Ross quote? If you're not having fun, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah. Okay, do we want to give him brown boots or black boots? I'd say brown boots would probably be the safer bet, but... Because I was thinking kind of like jeans for the pants, and then either white or maybe use like the camo green kind of color.
Yeah.
The camo cloak for his shirt. Because the blue shirt, so I'm suffering. So I'm still suffering trying to get the hang of it. Incredibly fast paced. Don't get the hang. Oh, it's a fighting game, honey. Nobody ever gets the hang of those. They just act like they do. I was about to say, I think the only two fighting games I've ever gotten. Well, that's good for you. That's good. I was about to say, I think the only two fighting games outside of Smash that I've ever actually gotten decent at was Soul Calibur. And it was like the Xbox one. The one that was on Xbox 360. And, crap, what was another one I played for a bit? I tried to do Skullgirls. Skullgirls is...
Yeah. Waifu Simulator with jiggle physics out the yin yang.
Which is even funny because they weren't intending it to be that. It just kind of became that.
Well, with the exception of, what's his nuts? The one that looks like a trombone?
So there's two male characters now.
Yeah.
There's the trombone one, and then there's the wolf-looking dude. But no, they were not... The only character that had anything remotely sexualized to her in that game was the nurse girl.
Yeah.
Nobody else they had intended to actually like add any jiggle physics or anything like that to until like the game started getting popular, and they're just like, we should probably make everybody look like they're adults so that when the fan art starts getting made,
Yeah.
it doesn't look bad. Big Band and Beowulf. Yep.
And I've been wanting to get into Guilty Gear, but can't be arsed.
And just keep playing the town inside me until you get a hang of it. Because I know exactly which character you want to play.
What? What's her name? The one that has the Totsugeki or whatever?
what?
The one that has an anchor and yells Totsugeki whenever.
Oh,
she
the
uses
other
her
trans
roll.
icon one, yeah. I forget her name too. As soon as you said anchor, I'm like, oh, her. The one that's always like kind of shipped with Bridget almost.
Yeah.
Although a lot of people also ship Bridget and fuck, what's the one who wears the black top hat?
Testament?
Yeah, the non-binary one.
Yeah. I'm surprised I knew that.
Well, I just knew Testament because it's like I just like, okay, I know they wear a top hat. I know they're non-binary. And I know a lot of people like to make their outfit look a little bit different than it actually is.
Yeah. I know in some games, Testament wears like a skirt.
Well, it's so they make it more of a leotard.
Yeah.
Yeah, the newest version of Testament's outfit has kind of like a dress skirt thing going on.
Yeah.
Because the original Testament was just kind of crop top and that skirt thing, and then they kind of tried to move it, and then they're just like, we're just gonna go full non-binary femboy.
Yeah.
Or just literally the definition of that fucking sound on TikTok where it's like, are you a boy or a girl? It's like, how would you give me a kiss and you'll find out and tell me how you feel.
Yeah.
Which is even funnier because the way Testament talks, they would never say that.
Yeah. There's another character in Guilty Gear that I can never remember her name. She's the one with the key.
Oh yeah, she's this game's answer to Street Fighter's Jury.
Yeah, and she's like insane.
Well, her husband's the key. It's her and the key are in a relationship.
Okay, this map is tripping me up. I see people going through things that they shouldn't, and it's because I'm on lap 3 and everybody else is on lap 2.
Oh, you're actually playing Mario Kart?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do love how this guy's supposed to look versus how I'm painting him up.
Yeah.
Let's see here, what's the picture of him look like? Because it's kind of funny. We are not doing a motto. Why did you do that? Okay, there. We want 144. We want Eros. Do not open that one. Yeah, they gave him like a normal human skin tone. His wings are like this purple, like the main like bone parts are like purple, and there's like pinkish into like a bluish color gradient going on with his wings. I'm like, yeah, that would look cool. But, meh.
Proves how long Mario Kart's been out. The Inkling character is still the Splat 1 iteration of it.
Yeah. Well, they're not going to probably come out with a new Mario Kart till the Switch 2 gets fully announced.
Yeah.
Especially since that was the I think if I remember right, that is the game.
Mario Kart was a launch title, yeah.
The lasers!
Hey, Micah. Having a devil of a time, are you?
How you doing, Micah? Well, that's good.
So what you up to? You ended pretty earlier, Micah. The elves call you or something?
Not just the elves.
Running joke.
I know.
Whenever Micah ends stream randomly. Ow, OBS crashed, gotcha.
Yeah, I know that feeling. That's happened to me a few times recently. Should I do the scabbard in the same leather? Yeah, let's do it in the same leather as the boots. So I went to work on getting other mini. Ooh, very nice. Yeah, I'm working on this is Ronin Arts Miniatures, one of their technically you could count it as 6 models for this month, but 2 of them are in a diorama together. Okay, we're gonna have to do the crystal up and something glowy, but we're gonna just do probably just a simple gold chain trick for a couple of places. I forgot my models pointed to where when I leaned down. It's like I didn't realize I was leaning down. I thought I was actually like... I keep forgetting I need to add this. This model was made by Venus Lovegore, aka Calypso Tattoos. Actually, I could have said Calypso Tattoos, aka... Yeah, same thing. Can I fix that right now while I'm thinking about it? Let's not say we did. I'll do that later. Alright. I think the High Lord Blue is going to be a little bit closer to what I want to do.
reminds me, Nami, you need to print yourself off those bottle topper thingies for your speed paints.
Mm-hmm.
Little squid thingies.
I know most of them. I've done the little paint dab trick. Others I just know what they look like because I've used them so much.
Yeah.
Technically, the paint dab trick's the better thing, unless I'm going to keep buying the same color over and over again.
Yeah, I use the paint dab trick on speed paint / contrast.
No, it works on all paints. It's just some paints. Just I know what they're going to look like just once they're mixed up.
Yeah.
Because then there's ones like Werewolf Fur where this should be a brown. This does not come out this color. It never comes out this color. No matter how hard I mix it, no matter if I use the shaker over here or not. This thing.
Yeah.
Which seems to have come unplugged. Or did I somehow find it one time? I must have unplugged it recently. Weird, I don't remember unplugging you. That's concerning.
Okay, I was gonna say, why does Daisy Circuit look like Encanto all of a sudden?
Because I think she was always kind of supposed to give off that vibe.
Yeah.
But they never fully
Daisy.
committed to it.
Yeah. Well, Daisy came out long before Encanto was even a thing.
Well, I meant her being Hispanic. I don't know exactly what.
I think she's Arab, isn't she?
No.
Well, her kingdom is called Sarasaland, so...
Yeah, and they also have skeletons that dress up like calaveras, but they have Egyptian temples all over the place.
Yeah, fair play. Stupid auto steering. My nephew turned it on, I can't figure out how to turn it off.
It's in settings, I do know that. It's a weird place. Because you have to turn it off when you're not using... when you have, like, just the normal Joy-Cons.
Like, I tried to take a shortcut, but the auto steering's like, nope.
Might be a little too glossy. We might have to come in with the matte. We actually might have to use the matte for once.
Or you could use Cantor Blue if you have that.
Well, I'm trying to go for blue jeans, and the stuff that's drying looks like newer blue jeans. I just have to take a very light dry brushing of white to like the knees in a couple of places.
Yeah.
Just so they look kind of distressed. Because right now they just look like blue, like spandex.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, that is a thing we could go for. But I do feel if we were going for spandex, things should be a little bit more popping on him.
Yeah.
Listen, we need to make you question if you're going to be looking at a Jarrett from Labyrinth.
Or, well, yeah, Jarrett, I forgot. That's the character's name. I keep referring it to...
Or the Goblin King.
Yeah, Goblin King or...
David Bowie.
Yeah, David Bowie in his magic pants or whatever. So I would recently rewatch some of the old stuff on my playlists from YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently one of the videos on my playlists was Terrorizer, Panda, and Nogla playing Among Us. Well, Panda, being Panda, he didn't realize his mic was still hot.
That's 2 down, bitches!
Yeah.
You don't even have to say which clip it is. I know which one it is, because it's like, they immediately almost called it on him. They're like, so you got anything to say? It's like, I'll do it again. That's at that point, you just accept your fate. It's like, you know what? It's a great clip. It's going to be the most remembered thing from this time we played.
Yeah.
But everybody's reaction to that, because I think somebody actually made a compilation of everybody's reaction to that.
Yeah.
Because just everybody
Well,
broke down laughing in like some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, well, and like how there's also a compilation of when Terrorizer was in that SMP and one of the apps he was using didn't work with his texture pack, and it made him hear every single person in the fucking game.
Oh yeah.
And he like screamed and scared the shit out of 2 people.
When did he play in SMP? Was that the one with Ross?
No, it wasn't with Ross. It was. For the life of me, I can't remember. It was like a purge server.
I don't remember. See, that's the problem. I don't remember him playing. I don't remember him playing. Yeah.
Yeah, Terrorizer did play Minecraft at one point, but
Well, they all played Minecraft at one point.
yeah, and then
A certain fucking lad had to fuck it up for everybody. Alright, do we want to do camo, or do we want to do...
I'll have to look for that clip of Jiggly throwing unintentionally because he didn't realize his mic was still hot.
I don't remember which one it was.
It was like, that's 2 down, motherfucker.
That's why I said it was such a perfect fucking... There's no way... It's like, listen, there's no way you can take that back. It's like, I didn't mean that. It's like, yeah, no, I said what I said.
And like, Terrorizer like says, "Oh, Jack the Ripper" or whatever.
Mm-hmm. I still think one of the best Terrorizer clips I remember was when his audio messed up, but he was playing Dead by Daylight with his girlfriend on stream once.
Oh yeah.
And he was just screwing with her, and finally by the end of it, he just realized how much he'd been screwing with her, and he goes, I'm sleeping on the couch, and you can hear her from her setup yelling, you're damn right! He's like, worth it! Alright, do we want to go with like a camo green for the shirt, or do we want to do... He's got blue jeans. If his hair wasn't white, which I do have to come in with a black wash and then come in with like Korvax white dry brushing over it.
Yeah.
Just so it has like a more interesting tone going on with it than just this matte white that we've got. Well, if he's still streaming when we're done, I already know who we're rating.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at colors right now, trying to see what like sticks out for like a shirt. Because we went with blue
Paint
jeans.
it radioactive pink. That'll stick out.
To be fair, I do have an almost radioactive pink. I need to buy that paint one of these days. The pinkest pink.
Yeah.
Have you seen how pink this shit is? It does not look real. It's a fabric paint? I didn't think it was a fabric paint. I thought it was an acrylic paint. No, it's a pigment. But yeah, when you see this stuff painted on things, it looks fake. Yeah, they even have to say, it's like, disclaimer, we're not actually sure if this is the world's pinkest pink ever. It could be, but it's the pinkest we could come up with. And of anything we've seen. It goes bonker. And yeah, and when it's under UV blacklight, it looks even weirder. Really? Just water? Yeah, and I do love how it always has to have this other disclaimer. It's like, the Ultra Bright paint by Stuart Semple is available to everyone but Anish Kapoor, who won't share his black. The paint is also available exclusively from Cult and also on Amazon.
Yeah.
Here, I'm not buying it right now. Fuck off. It's $10 for this fucking paint.
Oh, by the way, did you ever get a hold of Amelia?
For what?
I had a friend I referenced you for like emotes and overlays and shit.
No, I haven't had the chance yet.
Okay,
Honey, I have a lot of...
There's some back end shit, which is like...
Yeah, I have a lot of... Okay, they have two different... Oh, glowiest orange, and then they have the orangiest orange. God, they both look fucking weird. If you ever get the chance, just check out most of the Culture Hustle paints. No! Yeah, they've got the Blackest Black, which I think they're about to come out with a 4.0 soon. To anybody who's interested in paints and such. I don't want it to look dirty. I think the camel's going to be the best option. We're just going to go with my gut feeling. If it looks like crap, we'll like bring in some white or something to like brighten it up. Hi, Rajanka. Ah, I felt better. The other one will do Leather Daddy jacket. I just realized we could have just painted this jacket black. Oh wait, the other one we're doing Out for Harambe, right? Right. Well, if we ever do his save for Twitch version. What I should have done, I just realized. A friend of mine has a character who looks somewhat similar to this guy. I should have verified this is what he looks like. I would have been like, okay, how's he dressed and everything, and I would have painted up like my friend's character and sent it to him. It kind of works, actually. I think we'll keep it. So, anybody do anything interesting over the weekend? Because all I did was I worked on decorating a family member's house for Halloween. Oh, and I saw Sweeney Todd play. That was fun. Okay, motherfucker, who keeps texting me? Don't care. Don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Don't care. Don't care. I need some water. I think one of the things we could do once all this is dried up, we could take and oil wash, which is this stuff right here. Well, black wash. Take a black wash to everything, see if that darkens everything up like I want. But I kind of like the green shirt where it's at, so I don't know. We do need to oil wash the hair, though. Because I need to get all these little, like, crevices. I need to get something in there so that it makes every, like, strand kind of pop out. Chinese power must have gone out. So has anybody watched the new Vox Machina TV show yet? Season yet? Because so far this season has been great. I wouldn't say perfect, but it's been great. I'm kinda almost hoping this ends on maybe not necessarily the introduction to Vecna, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be setting up Vecna for the next season. Spoilers for those who didn't watch the podcast. Who didn't listen or watch the podcast, the original Vox Machina. God, when did they do the... God, when did Marisha do the We're Gods bit? Okay, that's actually kind of cute. I have no idea what the hell's going on here on Twitter right now. I'm just gonna kind of ignore it. Do you think we need to do the boots? Give them an oil wash too? Because usually this paint needs a little bit of oil wash to activate the little effect for it. Well, actually, okay, the jeans do need black wash. As soon as I put it on, I was like, oh crap, that actually made it look completely better. Hmm. Okay, that weirdly works out. trying to make this look like distressed jeans, and it's kind of working. No. Alright, hair was the easiest part. Alright, let's get all this on. Why is it so fucking hot in here today? I actually have to turn on my damn fan. Ow, and my face is itching. Ah! So I'm just getting the easiest color on real quick, and that's why I'm just kind of quiet. Oh, do we got an ASMR? Small one. There we go. We'll try it on the not safe for work one. I was trying to go for something and it didn't work, so we're not going to, just to be safe. I'll take it. I am dumb. I just noticed how you're supposed to put it in, and I'm really dumb because there's a perfectly good hole that lines up with. So maybe I can just wiggle this just a little loose without completely... Okay, good. So they knew this could happen. Damn it. Okay. Gotta be careful because I snap any of this, it's gonna go flying. And this is why you make sure you pre-assemble everything before you start gluing. Like that. Oh, shit. Now, where did you come from? Ah! Shit. Okay. We are missing a piece. Which is exactly what I called would happen. You know what? You're not going to notice it anyway. There. Yep, that's the only way that goes in. fix this real quick because I don't want to have to deal with this later. So what we're doing right now is I'm trying to get all this excess hardened plastic off. I sense a Nero approaches. Come on. Get off there. Thank you. Yeah, if I don't clean that off, it will get gunked up again. I don't really want to reset this. Hi, how you doing? Well. There we go. See, unfortunately, I don't have another model ready to go for tonight. But, what do we think, if anybody's still watching? I like him. I like him. We'll see how I feel about him tomorrow. Oh, great, I got pieces of my glove stuck. Ah! Alright, let's see here. Got nothing else to paint tonight. Well, let's see if Nukes let's see if Nukes or somebody else has posted something interesting. One second. Okay. The fuck? Okay, that's weird. Alright, let's see here. Let's see how. Got anything actually looking good? Oh, shit. I didn't know you could spin like that. Alrighty then. What do we got? Nothing useful. Alright. There's not even like a... Jeez, there's not even a slapped ham recently. We got 15... We got one from this person called Chills. Let's go watch this one. We want Camo Studio turned off.
Number 15. Two friends look out the window and see a mysterious figure dressed in all white, roaming the graveyard without shoes. She has her head down and pays absolutely no attention to them, even as they call out to her.
Hey, what you doing, girl? Yo, that is creepy as... What happened? What the f is she doing? Why is she touching other people's graves?
Finally, she starts to walk towards them, and they quiet down. One of the friends quickly points out that now she knows where they live. He screams out the window that she's scaring him, and she walks away, still completely lost in her own world. Here's where things get even more weird. She heads to the back of the graveyard, spins around a few times, and then disappears behind a tall gravestone.
I'm holding this camera until she come out from behind that tombstone. Yo, she's not coming back. She's gone. Where the f did she go? We watched her walk behind the tombstone and she's gone.
They think that she has vanished, but I think she could have just been sitting down on the other side. The two friends say that they kept filming for a long time and never saw her again, so maybe she really did disappear. Still, it's hard to tell if this was a genuine spirit or just someone with a morbid attraction to graveyards.
Probably someone
Number
with
14.
a morbid attraction to graveyards.
This infrared video from 2008, taken by a ghost hunting squad in South Dakota called the SPCTR,
you know what annoys
details
me when I know
paranormal
it's
evidence at an abandoned house haunted by the spirit of a child. A mysterious figure peers around the corner at the end of the dark hallway. A ghost, if you ask the SPCTR team, but I'm not so sure. The figure doesn't seem very tall and has shoulder-length hair. If you look closely at 18 seconds, so maybe this was a little ghost girl in the hallway after all. If this is fake, then one of the paranormal investigators is crouched down to make themselves look like a kid. Tell me if you think this paranormal evidence is legit, or if this was a made-up sighting from the early days of YouTube. Number 13. Amit Daksh has caught some scary activity at the Bobina station.
Fucking 2-hour video by Slapped Ham. Fucking hell. We're not finishing that.
Now you're about to see.
I didn't click on your video, I clicked on your name, damn it. Okay. We've got 3 videos to react from them.
How you doing? I'm Callan, and this is Slapped Ham. You're about to see some of the scariest video clips that are trending on socials right now. So hit that subscribe button and get ready for more creepy
I'd rather
content.
take one that's a human,
Just like
that's at
this.
least we know uses AI stuff, than somebody who uses AI voice.
In September 2024, Reddit user LTTIRB shared a chilling post that has since spooked viewers. The user explained that their uncle had tragically lost his life in 2017 under violent circumstances. He had been a recovering drug addict, but had unfortunately relapsed in the years leading up to his death. The situation escalated when one of his roommates became involved with dangerous individuals. In a botched robbery attempt, a client of the roommate broke into the house attempting to steal an iPad. During the confrontation, the intruder shot the uncle, resulting in his untimely death in November of that year. A few months after the murder in February, the OP's aunt captured a photo that still haunts the family to this day. The image was meant to be an innocent shot of the freshly fallen snow outside of her home.
Oh no.
When she sent the
a
picture to family
reflection.
members, something strange caught their attention. In the window's reflection, a man can be seen sitting on the couch inside of the house. The aunt, however, insists she was all alone when the photo was taken.
Sure.
If you compare the image with photos of the uncle when he was alive, there is a striking and eerie resemblance.
Or they made the story up and the uncle's still alive.
What made the situation even eerier was that years later, when revisiting the image, the user discovered that it was a live photo which captures brief video snippets. Playing the live version, the family was shocked to see the reflection move, as if the man on the couch turns his head towards the camera. Many Reddit users suggest this might be genuine evidence of a ghost sighting, as the reflection not only resembles the deceased uncle, but also appears to move in a way that can't easily be explained. Skeptics, of course, weighed in, offering alternative explanations such as visual pareidolia or a possible trick of the light. However, the fact that the figure seems to move in the live photo has left even skeptics scratching their heads.
Or the story's made up.
Could this be a case of a grieving family mistaking an eerie coincidence for a supernatural event? Or is it possible that the uncle's spirit is still present, watching over his family? For now, the mystery remains unsolved, but it's certainly stirred up intense debate and curiosity, with many viewers calling it one of the most compelling pieces of ghost evidence they've ever seen.
Where's my back screenshot? That's a metal fork.
Do you want spooky clips in your feed every
That's a kid in
single
a
day of the
costume.
week? Then head on over and subscribe to our new Slaptam Shorts channel. This is short form content and we post there 7 days a week. We'll put a link to the channel in the description box down below there. It's also pinned in the comments. A chilling piece of home security footage has been causing a stir over on TikTok after being uploaded by user Magical Poltergeist. The eerie video captures a seemingly normal moment of a mother lying in bed with her young baby resting just nearby. What happens next has left viewers spooked. As the footage plays, the blanket on the bed begins to move.
And it moves like somebody's pulling on a string.
The mother, visibly unsettled, picks up her baby and quickly leaves the room.
Now, okay, that was weird.
What makes the footage even
That's
more
a little harder to
unsettling is a
explain.
detail that many viewers have pointed out. Upon closer inspection, when you watch the footage again, there appears to be an indentation appearing on the pillow, almost as if something or someone unseen is lying down beside them. The video has sparked countless theories, with many speculating whether this could be genuine footage of paranormal activity. So, could this be a real ghost caught on camera? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below.
I'm trying to think of how that one can be fake. That's a weird one. That's actually one I
Who are you
can't figure out
talking
off the top
to?
of my head.
TikTok user T.Mamatalk, also known as Tanner, recently uploaded an eerie and emotional piece of footage that's left viewers questioning the afterlife. Tanner and her brother Tim were very close, often making TikTok videos together alongside Tanner's 2-year-old daughter Evelyn. Sadly, Tim passed away, leaving Evelyn without her beloved uncle. One evening, while Tanner was preparing dinner, something strange began to happen. Take a look.
Who are you talking to?
Evelyn appears to be talking to someone who isn't there.
I honestly...
If you listen
okay.
closely, it even sounds like she says the word uncle several times.
She kind of does. The problem is I almost feel like she's playing a game, too.
Who are you talking to?
Tanner has pointed out that at around the 9-second mark into the clip, you can hear a whisper or sigh.
Who are you talking to?
Tanner believes her daughter might be communicating with her uncle Tim. So could this really be a sign that Evelyn is seeing her uncle in the afterlife?
Okay, if we're going off
A
of paranormal
mysterious
stuff,
piece of
kids see
footage
weird
is
shit all the
surfaced
time.
over on Instagram, uploaded by user Paranoid Normal, showing something strange happening at a church. Take a look. Watching that again, the door to the church slowly opens. And then a strange, misty figure drifts through the entrance. Moments later, the figure seems to exit the church, and the door gently closes behind it. Some viewers speculate that perhaps a gust of wind caused the door to open. However, that doesn't quite explain the eerie ghost-like mist seen floating by.
Somebody has Adobe After
What exactly is
Effects.
being caught on camera here then? Is it just an odd coincidence, or could it be something more supernatural? The mystery remains
Could also be
unsolved.
something triggered the automatic door if that's an automatic door. Though I can't tell.
A chilling photo was recently shared on the Disbelief Paranormal official Facebook page, sparking curiosity and debate among its members. The image, originally posted by a woman named Mary to the group Paranormal Sightings, was taken at the scene of a deadly car crash, hours after the incident and the police investigation had concluded. In the eerie photo, a mysterious misty figure appears to be standing next to the car door. According to Mary, there was no one at the scene when the picture was taken, as they were only waiting for the tow truck to arrive. The unsettling presence has led many to question whether this could be a lingering spirit of someone involved in the accident. Is this misty figure a ghost tied to
think
the
it's
tragic event,
pareidolia, but
or is
it's
there a
still
more
kinda
rational
interesting.
explanation? Either way, the image has left viewers spooked and searching for answers.
Spooked.
A chilling photo was recently shared on the Ghosts of London Facebook page, capturing what appears to be a
Yeah. Spooky.
haunting presence in a family home. According to the owner of the photo, their parents have lived in the house for over 15 years and, throughout that time, have regularly heard the eerie sounds of footsteps in the master bedroom and bathroom, both day and night. While the family often joked about the ghost needing to visit the bathroom, things took a more serious turn just a few weeks ago. As they all sat downstairs, once again hearing the familiar footsteps from above, the mother received a notification from her upstairs motion-activated camera. Upon reviewing the image, they were stunned to see a misty, human-like shape standing in the room, despite no one being upstairs at the time. The photo has left many viewers unsettled, raising the question, could this be proof of the mysterious figure that's been pacing the home for all these years? Coming up in our last segment in just a few seconds, we take a look at some truly unsettling home security footage. But before we do, remember to hit that subscribe button and then tickle that little bell icon there and turn on all channel notifications.
Okay,
That way you'll be notified every time we drop our scary and creepy episodes. A mysterious and unsettling clip has been making the rounds online. The footage, which appears to have been captured in the UK, shows a homeowner's eerie encounter right outside of his flat.
Somebody's Halloween costume.
You alright?
It all began when the homeowner started hearing some strange noises coming from outside late at night.
Hello? It's midnight, love.
A person dressed as a nun is pacing back and forth on the sidewalk.
Darling, you don't have any shoes on. Are you okay?
Concerned, the man repeatedly asks if the person's alright, but receives no
You
response.
see, if the person's not responding, you go back inside and call the cops.
You alright? Hello? Are you okay?
Growing increasingly uneasy, he retreats inside to call the police.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna go in and call someone.
You will automatically do that.
Sometime later, the homeowner provides an update. The mysterious figure is still outside.
Go away. I seriously will ring 999.
Why didn't you ring 999?
Go away, seriously.
The sight of a lone, silent nun
you
walking
gave
the
them
streets in the
attention,
dead
so
of
they're gonna
night
fuck
has
with
left
you. They're
viewers
probably some
spooked,
teenager
with
who's
many
just got a
comparing
Halloween
it to the
costume.
wave of creepy clown sightings that spread across the United States back in 2016. While some believe it could just be kids playing a prank, others aren't so sure. So what would you do if you saw this outside of your home at midnight? Let me know in the comments down below.
There's a reason I keep a Louisville
okay?
Slugger near the door.
Hello?
Now, in case you haven't heard the awesome news, we've launched a brand new second channel. If you want to see the latest episode, check out that link on the top there. Otherwise, there's a spooky playlist there you can binge on. Now, leave us a comment down below which one of these clips you thought was the scariest or weirdest. We love hearing your feedback. And that's it for me. I'll see you all next time.
Alright, let's go watch another one.
In this video, you're going to see some seriously scary videos that are trending right now. Let's check them out.
In this first bizarre snippet, shared by Reddit user JM Godinez13, a seemingly inexplicable moment was caught on camera. Take a look.
Distant, lively music. The spookiest of all.
It can be hard to see at first, but if you zoom in at around the 5-second mark in the video, the woman suddenly experiences an unprovoked movement of her hair.
The fact that you have to point it out tells me it's not that creepy, or something just got caught on her hair.
One user jokingly commented on the size of the cross on the wall, suggesting they might need a bigger one. So what do you think's been caught in this bizarre video? Could it be a cheeky poltergeist? Or is there another explanation, like a draft? Love to hear your thoughts in the comments.
Draft, maybe
down
a
below.
bug. Could be any number of weird things.
The Robert Fulton Elementary School in Cleveland, Ohio, named after the inventor of the steamboat, served its local community for many years before its closure. As the years progressed, the building fell into disrepair and was eventually deemed surplus to requirements by the school district. The school was shuttered, leaving behind empty classrooms and silent corridors. In this next haunting video, YouTuber Urbex Hill recounts his unnerving experiences venturing into the abandoned school.
This place is creepy.
Yeah, you're going urban exploring.
About a year ago, the poster stumbled upon a startling discovery while exploring the facility. A man had made a crude home amongst the desolation.
Yes.
When I was exploring this school, I stumbled upon a man living in a room blocked off by desks. This initial encounter revealed signs that people have been living in this school for a long time.
Yeah,
This
yes.
eerie encounter was
perfect
underscored
place for
by
a
a
homeless
foreboding
person.
message scrawled on a chalkboard that
Don't
read,
explore alone.
"Don't explore alone." A warning confirming the long-term presence of possibly dangerous inhabitants.
Yes.
This confirmed that potentially dangerous people have been living in this abandoned school for a while.
Driven by an insatiable mix of fear and fascination, the poster returned to the site 2 weeks later.
My curiosity got the best of me, and
Now
I
you're
decided
just
to go
asking
back
to get
see
hurt or
if he
mugged.
was still there. Although I initially planned to explore this place with a friend just to be safe, they backed out at the last minute, leaving me to go alone.
Then you don't go.
This solo expedition turned unexpectedly perilous when he ran into not one, but 2 menacing figures lurking within the darkened corridors of the school.
During this solo exploration, I encountered 2 dangerous individuals, which led to a tense and unexpected situation.
This encounter was more intense than he could have anticipated, marking another chilling chapter in the ongoing exploration of this ghostly abandoned school. In this next video, the poster decides to return once again.
No! You're just asking for them to mug you.
As he makes his way through the facility, it becomes evident just how decrepit it actually is.
You deserve whatever happens to you. At this point.
At one point, the explorer turns from a corridor, peering into a room that contains a wall made of frosted glass bricks. Keep your eyes closely fixed on the bottom of the wall.
Hi, Nerdy. How you doing?
The explorer's camera inadvertently captures someone walking on the other side. This goes unnoticed by the explorer, and he continues his investigation.
Buddy, you're urban exploring where there's homeless people. You're about to deserve whatever you get. I don't know why
Sometime
there's
later, he attempts to climb over several desks that are blocking his path. He momentarily places his camera on one of the desks as he stumbles over the blockade.
Ooh,
Take a
very
look at
nice.
what his camera captures. A mysterious figure is moving in the darkness.
Dude, you have found a homeless encampment. Stop bugging these people and leave them be.
The poster says he didn't notice the figure at the time, but when he watched the footage later, he thought that it looked like the same man he encountered previously.
What you drawing tonight, buddy?
Luckily, it seems that the explorer was able to make it out of the school unharmed, but who knows what other dangers lie waiting within the dark corridors of this abandoned facility. When 2 friends decided to live stream a gaming session, it seems they captured something rather chilling on camera. Take a look. As the pair play their game, the fridge door mysteriously opens in the other room.
Listen, the ghost just wanted a soda. Leave him be.
Eventually, they both get up and one heads into the kitchen to investigate. That's when this happens.
Listen, the ghost also wants to play a game with you guys. Let him pull the chair up and just
A
grab the
chair
controller.
suddenly moves across the floor.
He's fine.
Both gamers remain ghostly quiet as they stare at the chair.
Ooh, very nice.
Unfortunately, this is where the footage ends, leaving viewers to wonder what happened next. Was it a clever prank set up by one of the boys, or did they genuinely witness some paranormal activity? Love to get your thoughts on this strange piece of footage in the comments down below.
It's more than likely a prank, but I do think it is kind of funny to go play along with it. Like, it only moves from the guy
This
in the
next
green
video
shirt
was
moves,
uploaded
so I'm
by
wondering
user
if he has, like, a string attached to his leg.
DarkSecret37. There's little information accompanying the video, although what it shows speaks for itself. Watch closely. A mysterious hand reaches out from behind the tree and grabs one of the children by the leg. What makes the situation even creepier is that the child whose leg is grabbed doesn't seem to notice what's just happened. It's the camera holder continuously yelling "ew" that quickly moves in to investigate the surroundings. Yet, as they make their way around the tree, there doesn't appear to be
there's
anyone
enough time
there.
for somebody to go behind the tree and keep moving, or run out.
Throughout history, there have been stories of several paranormal beings that supposedly resemble a disembodied hand. In Japanese folklore, the Teki Teki is a terrifying, vengeful spirit that appears in the form of a dismembered body, often with only its torso and one arm. One version of the tale involves Katate no Kai, the crawling hand, which seeks out victims at nighttime. The hand is said to have been severed in a tragic or violent event, leaving the spirit restless and full of anger. It crawls on its own, relentlessly hunting down its prey, often grabbing or strangling them to exact its revenge for its untimely death.
Technically, that tree with how it is, the kid had enough time to run
Lamana
off from behind
Peluda,
the
or
tree.
the hairy hand, is a popular figure in Mexican and South American folklore. According to legend, it's the disembodied hairy hand of a man who was wrongfully executed, or a sorcerer who practiced dark magic. Emerging from the ground or dark spaces, the hand is said to grab unsuspecting people, particularly children, and drag them away. It often serves as a cautionary tale warning
To
against
be fair, if
misbehavior or
we're going off
staying
of this,
out
it's
late
probably
at
this
night,
hand.
and represents the
For this
eerie power
folklore.
of revenge or unfinished
'Cause that
business
sounds like
from beyond
Spanish.
the grave. So was the child seen in this video grabbed by a similar paranormal being, or is there another way to explain the strange hand? Let me know down below.
We're gonna switch up to just chat when we say.
In the heart of downtown Carrollton, Texas, a place reputed to be steeped in paranormal activity, an unusual ghostly presence is said to make its home at the Rainbow Fountain and Grill restaurant. However, this isn't your average spectre. It's a playful canine spirit named Watson, whose antics have supposedly been captured on the restaurant's new security cameras. Take a look.
I mean, if you're gonna have any kind of ghost, at least a ghost dog is kind of funny.
The Rainbow Fountain and Grill, originally the residence of Carrollton's beloved Dr. Blackburn, holds a rich history. Dr. Blackburn, known for his house calls, was often accompanied by his loyal dog Watson. Over the years, while the building was transformed, the spirit of Watson appears to have stayed behind, watching over the premises and its visitors.
See, that could be like a cute little kid's book. It's like the ghost dog that just protects the ice cream parlor.
Whether Watson is simply continuing his protective duties or looking for a bit of fun, his supposed presence adds a heartwarming chapter to the ghost stories of Carrollton.
Could turn that into a very, very cute little, like, ghost-themed kids book.
Coming up in just a few seconds in our last segment, we take a look at a bizarre viral video that's coming out of Brazil. But before we do, remember to hit that subscribe
what
button
did you
and
do?
tickle that little bell icon there and turn on all channel notifications. That way you'll be in the loop every time we drop our scary and creepy videos. This next video, uploaded to TikTok by elkakui.tv, was supposedly captured somewhere in Brazil. When the camera holder zooms in on a nearby hill, there appears to be something strange going on. The camera then zooms out, showing the camera holder's surroundings and a large crowd, before once again zooming in on the supposed giant, who is now partially obstructed by the trees.
mais pareceu gigante. Olha lá, vai. Cadê ele? Vai mais força aí.
When this
You know, the funny
footage
thing
first
is, like, the
surfaced on the
guy's on his
internet,
phone,
it went
too.
viral. However, many viewers have since noticed that the so-called giant seems to be looking at a cell phone.
Yeah.
If this was the case, the device would have to be absurdly large. While this clip certainly is a hoax, it went viral nonetheless, with hundreds of people questioning whether this is genuine footage of a giant roaming the hillsides of Brazil. Have you ever heard the chilling case of the Axeman of New Orleans? We took a deep dive on this unsettling story over on our second channel. Here's a little snippet.
In the heart of New Orleans, a city known for its vibrant jazz music and rich history, lurks a shadowy tale that's remained unsolved for over a century. Between 1918 and 1919, the streets of this lively city were haunted by a mysterious figure known as the Axeman. His reign of terror left an indelible mark on the city's psyche, and his story remains one of the most chilling unsolved mysteries in American history.
Oh great, we got the New Orleans version of Freddy
The
Krueger.
first whispers of the Axeman began in the spring of 1918. Residents would wake up to find their doors shattered, their homes invaded, and their loved ones brutally attacked. The assailant's weapon of choice? An axe, often left behind at the scene.
If you want to get the full gruesome details, we'll put some links to the episode in the description box down below there. It's also pinned in the comments.
Uh-huh.
Now, if you can't get enough of the old slapped ham, don't worry, we've got you covered. Check out that top link there for another episode. Otherwise, there's an enormous playlist there that'll keep you entertained for hours and hours. Leave us a comment down below, hit that thumbs up button. And that's it for me. I'll see you all next
I
time.
think we'll do one more of slapped hams, maybe. Yeah, we'll do one more slapped hams, and then I'll see if we want to do
How
one
you doing?
more.
I'm Callan, and this is
Probably call
Slapped Ham. You're about to see some of the scariest videos going around the internet. So hit that subscribe button and get ready for more creepy content. Just like this.
Is that you?
Oh, have we seen this
TikTok
one
user
before?
Seven Rodney Jr., a night shift stocker at a department store, recently shared a chilling experience that's left viewers wondering if his workplace is haunted. The eerie events unfold one night at around 10 PM while Rodney is working in the back storeroom.
Yeah, we've seen this one before.
Out of nowhere, a box inexplicably falls off a shelf. Feeling uneasy, Rodney immediately checks the security feed for a replay. Take a look at what's caught on camera.
Look. Boom, you see that?
Sure enough, the footage shows the box tumbling to the ground for no apparent reason.
Look. Boom, you see that? Look. Boom, you see that?
Later that night, as Rodney's restocking the shelves at the front of the store, more unsettling events occur. Strange noises begin to echo through the empty aisles.
Is that you? I threw down the box earlier?
When he checks the security feed again, it confirms that he's all alone in the store.
Is that you? Look. I'm here by myself. Nobody's here. It's just me.
While searching for the source of the noises, something even creepier happens. Take a look.
Ooh! Oh, shit.
Rodney feels an
Yeah,
eerie
we've seen that one
sensation
before.
as though someone or something has touched the back of his head.
Ooh! Oh, shit.
He rushes to watch the security footage. Take a look at what he sees.
Look, you see that? You see that?
Mm-hmm.
His hair visibly moves, but there's no one around. The bizarre series of events has led many viewers to question whether the store might be haunted. Could this department store be home to something supernatural, or is there another explanation for this eerie activity?
He's bored at work. He's figuring out how to make it look
You
like
see
it's
that?
haunted.
You see that?
isang multo. Malinaw sa CCTV.
This next creepy piece of CCTV footage comes from Facebook user Joe Mark Tindor Lau and has left viewers both baffled and spooked. The footage, taken inside a motorbike dealership, shows an employee heading to the front door, seemingly to greet a customer.
Bira na walang tao pumasok. Habang siya ay nakipag-usap.
There's no one there, yet the employee is acting as if she's engaging in a full conversation.
Para bang may kausap ito.
Two other employees soon walk over, curious to see who she's talking to.
Sino yung kausap mo?
Suddenly, she collapses in shock.
Sinabi, sino yung kausap mo?
This eerie incident isn't an isolated one. Recently, a slew of clips have surfaced online showing people talking to thin air, often caught on security camera. The unsettling trend has sparked speculation across social media. Are these viral clips just copycat hoaxes? Or could these people actually be talking to spirits or the dead? The mystery remains unsolved, leaving many to wonder if something supernatural is truly at play.
At sinabi, sino yung kausap mo?
Damn.
Ex-user Sinibus, a late-night cabin cleaner for an airline in the United States, recently shared a chilling experience that's left viewers on edge. Working late nights cleaning airplane cabins, he's used to quiet, empty planes. However, on this particular night, he decided to stay behind after his crew had left for the night, sitting all alone in the eerie silence of an empty plane. What he captured on camera has since gone viral.
Let me guess, it's gonna be a random person or something pop their head up and then pop down.
As he films, the atmosphere feels unsettling. But then, things take a truly creepy turn. Watch closely.
Right, sitting on the back of the plane. Y'all probably think I'm fucking insane. Probably think I'm doing this shit for fame.
The fact that you're rhyming.
Watching that again, a seatbelt in the row in front of him suddenly moves on its own, with no one else around.
Probably think I'm doing this shit for fame.
The fact that it was perfectly timed when he's rhyming.
Some viewers are convinced it could be the spirit of a former passenger who died on this very plane, while others are left scratching their heads over the unexplained phenomenon. Is this a sign of something paranormal, or is there a more simple explanation? The mystery lingers as the footage continues to spook viewers across the internet.
Y'all probably think I'm fucking insane. Probably think I'm doing this shit for fame.
Notice how he doesn't look at the other
Just think of all the animals that might be out here. So not only do I have to worry about spirits, I have to worry about wildlife as well.
In a YouTube video from June 2023, paranormal investigator Ian, known as the Midwest Ghost Hunter, delves into the eerie mysteries of Vicksburg Cemetery in Minnesota. This cemetery is notorious for its alleged supernatural phenomena, particularly a glowing tombstone and rumours of flowers that bleed during the springtime. Ian sets out to uncover evidence of paranormal activity. What he captures is both chilling and fascinating. The investigation kicks off in the dark, shadowy woods surrounding the cemetery.
It is a long and very spooky walk to get to this cemetery. And in a weird way, I love it, but I also hate it.
As Ian explores, he encounters a series of unsettling events that suggest he might not be alone. Early in the video, strange noises begin.
Probably an animal.
This is followed by distinct footstep sounds.
Still could be an animal.
Oh shit. Okay, that legit sounded like footsteps.
And here too.
Oh.
Ian encourages whatever presence is with him to walk towards me.
Could you walk towards me? Oh my god. Holy shit.
Later, Ian discovers a vandalized grave.
Oh my gosh. whole
I don't
grave
think it's
is in
vandalized. I
shambles.
think it's probably just
And as he
nature.
inspects it, he captures a faint whisper.
What happened? Is it vandalized? Whoa. Okay, I just heard you.
The investigation becomes even more intense when Ian realizes that his camera's fully charged battery has drained inexplicably, an occurrence often linked to paranormal activity.
Is
Not
that
the
this
fact that you
camera?
had your camera on
It
the
just died.
entire time.
And this is a fresh battery. And that was right after she said something, which is further evidence that spirits really do drain these batteries for energy.
The most haunting moments come later in the video. Ian spots what appears to be a misty figure drifting by.
How freaky it is.
My infrared camcorder just captured this ethereal form drifting through the darkness.
Listen, buddy, when we don't see
This is followed shortly by the appearance of a strange glowing orb.
Whoa!
A glowing spirit orb suddenly floats in front of the old tombstone, without explanation.
As if that isn't enough, a nearby fence begins rattling all on its own, leaving Ian visibly unsettled.
Oh, whoa, whoa! What the hell was that?
Throughout the night, Ian believes he's communicating with two young girls, Nanny and Ida Bickle, whose graves are located in the cemetery.
Nanny Bickle, who passed away at the age of 5, and Ida Bickle, who passed away at age 7.
This belief is supported by several eerie interactions, including hearing the name, Ida.
Is there anybody else that's buried here? Whoa, I just heard your voice. Could you say it once more?
the problem is
Dude,
that's the audio
oh my
where
God,
it's
I just heard you again.
Moments later, plants begin rustling just behind him with no obvious cause.
I'm getting so much awesome activity over here. Whoa. Whoa. Oh my God, those are moving.
The most compelling evidence comes towards the end of the investigation when Ian takes a series of photos. In one of the photos, two misty figures resembling little girls appear near the graves.
There appears to be two misty little girls staring into the camera from the gravesite.
But in the next photo, they're gone.
No, not Photoshop.
As dawn breaks, Ian reflects on the
you're able to find the
experience.
information of these
It
two.
wasn't
I'm
too
pretty Sure
scary.
you found a picture from
It was
the
kind of
1800s
nice.
and
It was
photoshopped
refreshing.
in.
It wasn't overly intense. It was just kind of weird things happening all throughout the night.
Although the night was filled with unexplained events, he describes it as a refreshing investigation, with a less intense atmosphere than other haunted locations he's explored. The investigation leaves viewers questioning whether Vicksburg Cemetery's haunted reputation is indeed real, and if the spirits of Nanny and Ida still wander through its quiet, misty grounds.
I'm getting so much awesome activity over here. Whoa. Whoa. Oh my God, those are moving.
Here's a quick and eerie one uploaded to Instagram by user Butor Dekor Kahani. These two girls are mucking around in one of their bedrooms when the home security feed catches something
Yeah, here's
creepy.
the thing. When you have a
I'm not
camera
joking,
pointed
something
at
just took my
somebody's
hair. What do you
head,
mean something I don't know.
probably fake.
Something I'm coming, let me out, I'm coming out.
Something invisible appears to flick both of the girls' hair.
Yeah, here's a little thing to help you when you're watching ghost videos. Realistically, why would you have a security camera pointed at somebody's bed and not for a creepy reason or for reasons? It's probably not a real thing.
Something just took my hair. I'm not joking, something just took my hair. What do you mean something I don't know. Something I'm coming, let me out, I'm coming out.
A strangely high amount of people in the comments said that they too have had something flick the back of their hair like this in the middle of the night. So I'd be interested to hear from you in the comments. Have you had anything like this happen? Let me know down below.
I'm not joking. Somebody just took my hair. What do you mean? Something I don't know. Something let me out. I'm coming out.
Facebook user Nick Rocks recently shared a strange and unsettling experience that he believes might be evidence of an alien abduction. On September 11, 2024, at exactly 1 AM, Nick was fast asleep in his home when a sudden loud explosion echoed through the night.
You gonna wake up from that, buddy?
The bizarre sound was caught on all 4 of his security cameras positioned around his apartment.
Once again, I will say this before. If you have cameras pointed at your bed,
But things
for
took an
no
even stranger
logistic
turn
reason,
when he woke up the next morning and reviewed the footage. According to Nick, he remembers waking up immediately after the explosion. He recalls standing up, looking out of his window and seeing smoke and flames in the sky. He even heard his neighbours outside also trying to figure out the source of the loud bang. However, the security footage tells a very different story. In the video, Nick appears to remain asleep in his bed throughout the entire event. There is no footage of him getting up or moving to the window as he vividly remembers. At one point in the video, at around 53 seconds, there's a noticeable frame skip where Nick's body changes position abruptly as if time's been altered.
I think you figured out what
The
he
cameras,
did.
which normally record continuously, mysteriously skipped a full minute of footage. This unsettling discrepancy has led Nick to believe that he may have been abducted by aliens. Time loss, or feeling that a period of time has passed without memory or explanation, is a common feature in many alleged alien abduction stories. In numerous accounts, individuals report experiencing gaps in their memory, only to later recall bizarre encounters, often involving bright lights, strange beings, and unexplained phenomena. These stories frequently describe missing time as if the person was taken, examined, or transported elsewhere,
Here's
only
the
to be
thing.
returned
If he's
without
only
any
lost a
clear memory
minute,
of the event.
Either they're really fucking
Nick's
efficient.
experience fits this pattern exactly. He recalls waking up, seeing his neighbours, and witnessing the aftermath of the explosion. But the security footage contradicts this memory, showing him asleep the entire time. The skipped footage adds another layer of mystery, suggesting that something did happen during that missing minute, something that the cameras weren't able to capture. As for the source of that bizarre explosion, Nick and his neighbours are still left with more questions than answers. Could it have just been an ordinary event, such as a distant firework or electrical fault? Or could it have been something more mysterious?
Like I
As of
said,
now, this
here's the
bizarre
thing.
incident
Realistically,
remains unexplained.
why do you have a camera pointed at your bed watching you sleep?
Coming up in our last segment in just a few seconds, we take a look at some bizarre footage that's been captured on a subway. But before we do, remember to hit
it's a
that
subway.
subscribe button, then tickle that little bell icon there and turn on
Normal
all channel
subways are still weird.
notifications. That way you'll be in the loop every time we drop our scary and mysterious clips. Let's end today's episode on this quick and strange one from Alex Franco. It's a packed subway ride home and things start getting a little heated.
Watch the guy with the hat on.
But watch and see if you can see anything strange.
Where the...
Watching that again, the guy in the cap just disappears. At first, it does just seem like a skip in the frames, but if you watch the woman arguing closely in slow motion, she doesn't appear to skip a beat. All that changes is the man disappearing.
Where the...
Well, that's enough internet for me today.
The red bill.
I sense it's probably still a skip in the footage.
Where the...
Well, that's the end of the
Alright. Let's see here. Do we want to watch one? If there's anybody still here, do we want to watch one more, or shall we call it and go raid somebody? Should probably go raid Micah. Is Jackal still on? No, I don't think so. Let's see. Yes, Rajanka. Shall we go raid somebody, or do we want to try and watch one more? Alright. I kind of have a couple of ideas. Let's see here.
The following
Alright.
video contains graphic descriptions of some of the most brutal animal attacks in human history. Viewer discretion and a fresh change of clothes are strongly advised. Oh, and happy Halloween. The African wilderness houses some of the most dangerous wildlife found on Earth. But what happens when one of its most feared predators starts hunting humans? In 1898, the British government decided to build a railway spanning from a port in Mombasa to Lake Victoria. The project was nicknamed the Lunatic Express, since many saw it as a massive waste of time and resources, along with being unnecessarily dangerous. So dangerous that most African natives refused to be involved in construction. So the British imported thousands of laborers from India to work on the bridge. These workers were both unfamiliar with the African brush, along with all the lethal animals in it. It wouldn't be long until several workers would go missing, but at first the British government brushed them off as deserters. But as the number of missing men grew larger, soon the horrific truth would come out. A pair of maneless male lions had been attacking the unsuspecting workers and eating them. Lions don't typically view humans as viable prey, and adult lions are actually naturally wary of humans. But lions are also incredibly adaptable, and these lions were hunting the workers like they were gazelle. While the men were working on the bridge during the day, the two lions were nowhere to be seen. It wasn't until they turned into their campsites for the night that the lions showed up. These lions would slip into the campsites undetected and drag helpless workers out of their tents to their death.
Good sound effects.
In one gruesome attack, one of the lions had grabbed a well-respected and powerful sick worker and ragdolled him out of his tent, while the other workers could only listen to his bone-chilling screams of agony. The next day, his fellow workers found him, and from the position he was sitting in, it appeared as though he had survived. But as the men drew closer, they realized not only was he completely lifeless, but the lions had licked the skin completely off his cheeks, which formed a grisly smile. The men tried building thorn fences called bomas to keep the lions out. Unfortunately, nobody told the men that lions can leap well over 10 feet and easily clear a boma. And as the attacks and the missing men piled up, the lions started getting more confident. At first, weeks would go by between attacks, but soon, fatal maulings would happen almost daily. And while early on, only one of the rogue males would enter the campsite at a time, soon they'd start slaughtering workers together. In one chilling incident, they had moved the site of a hospital which the Lions had began targeting. They moved the hospital over a mile away and set up the new hospital as a trap for the Lions. Only a day later, the Lions found the new hospital and continued their carnage. The Lions even appeared to have plot armor. At one point, they had succeeded in trapping one of the male lions, but when the enraged predator started tearing the trap apart, panicking sepoys opened fire and missed every shot. One shot managed to spring open the trap door, allowing the lion to slip away. And as the attacks persisted, it appeared as though the lions had gone from killing to eat to just killing. We don't know just how many lives were taken, but according to Lieutenant John Patterson, up to 135 men were lost by the time the construction and the lions were finished. And we don't know for sure what led these lions to go on a
Yeah, the
human hunting
exaggeration
spree.
probably makes
One
more
of the
sense.
lions was found to have an abscess in his teeth, causing a painful infection that may have been too debilitating to hunt his usual prey, forcing him to seek out easier targets. One theory is that in the past, Arab slave trade caravans would run through Tsavo, and men that would have made no money on the market, like the old, injured, sick, or dying, would just be tossed out into the brush. It's possible that these lions of Tsavo were fed by these crimes against humanity and learned that humans as a food option is never completely off the table.
It's also the fact that male lions don't hunt very often. It's usually the female lions.
In July 1945, a U.S. Navy heavy cruiser delivered uranium to the island of Tinian for what would end up being the world's first nuclear weapon used in war, which would be dropped in Hiroshima, Japan. Japan would get its revenge when a torpedo struck the USS Indianapolis as it was en route to the Philippines. In only 12 minutes, the imposing military cruiser was underwater, along with anyone unlucky enough to escape in time. Although, considering what would happen, maybe they were the lucky ones. Because as the stranded crew floated adrift in the Philippine Gulf, they quickly realized they had a major problem. Sharks, likely oceanic whitetips, were stalking the hapless sailors. At first, the sharks simply cleaned up the casualties, feeding on the bodies of the deceased. But soon, they turned their attention to the survivors. As much as the sailors tried to float together, invariably someone would drift away from the group, and that's when the patient sharks would move in. According to survivors, the men would thrash around and scream hysterically before being pulled under. And only a short while later, a life jacket would resurface, and nothing else. And as the dehydration, intense exposure, and saltwater poisoning took its toll, some men would hallucinate that they were being rescued and would swim away from the group towards a ship that wasn't there, not realizing they were paddling towards their own death. Even worse, some of the men would become delirious and start attacking their fellow shipmates, forcing them to literally cast them off towards the sharks. This living nightmare lasted 5 days, and when salvation finally came, only 317 out of the 1,196 men could be accounted for. But the psychological torture didn't end there for some of them. Captain Charles B. McVeigh would become the first captain to ever be court-martialed for losing his ship, and the reasoning was because he didn't zigzag. Even Commander Hashimoto, the guy that sunk his ship, testified that there was nothing McVeigh could have done, but it didn't matter. America had its scapegoat, and it was him. McVeigh regularly received hate mail and threats of violence from the family of the fallen. In 2000, he would be exonerated and found to have committed no wrongdoing, but not before the harassment and crippling survivor's guilt would break him. On November 6th, 1968, the captain that had survived war, man-eating sharks, and dehydration took his own life while holding a toy sailor he had been given as a boy for good luck. The true monsters of this story weren't the sharks.
Yeah, that entire story is just fucked up.
The most dangerous bear in the world isn't the grizzly bear or
It's a
even
polar
the
bear.
polar bear,
Oh.
but it's widely considered to be the sloth bear. Because where adult grizzlies and polar bears have no natural predators, sloth bears regularly run fades with tigers and leopards. That generational trauma means you have an animal that has all the tools of a predator, but the mindset of prey. And that makes them terrifyingly unpredictable. The fact that habitat loss and encroachment causes them to come into constant contact with humans only makes it 10 times worse. The sloth bear of Mysore was infamous for unaliving 12 people and severely injuring another 24. Armed with wolverine claws and a devastating bite, sloth bears have a nasty habit of attacking the faces of their victims. Those that survived often lost an eye or a nose or had a chunk of their cheek ripped off. Those that didn't survive often had their faces torn off completely, and in some cases the bear ate the bodies of its victims. A far cry from the insects and fruits as Baloo of the jungle usually eats. Other bodies recovered had hands missing, and in some cases their entire chest cavity ripped open. Some described the horrific injuries as being the work of an animal with the intent, but not necessarily the knowledge to kill. Kenneth Anderson had attempted to hunt the bear, while also saving a man who had been mauled to the point of sheer incapacitation. As Anderson tried carrying the man to safety, it got dark fast, which was probably why he didn't see the rock that tripped him and caused him to break his ankle. The immobilized Anderson survived the night, but the man he tried to save didn't. Anderson would be the one to put the murderous bear out of commission, but we still don't know what made this usually termite-eating bear go full Jeff Dahmer. Maybe it was revenge for a previous attack or a lost cub. Maybe everyone has a limit, and that bear hit his. The next story takes place on Ramri Island, off the coast of Myanmar, which borders China, Bangladesh, and India. In 1945, the British pulled up with the intention of establishing a new air base, but first had to contend with the Japanese Imperial Army, which had already captured the island. The British flanked the Japanese, who, rather than surrender, opted to try to escape by cutting through miles of dense, boggy, uncharted mangroves. As they did, the British circled the mangrove swamp, essentially stranding the men in the unforgiving terrain. Venomous snakes, spiders, and disease-carrying mosquitoes were almost an afterthought after the men realized they had waded directly into saltwater crocodile territory. The details of what happened next have been debated for years. Many say that the up to 20-foot-long crocs converged on the defenseless soldiers, first picking off the ones that had already passed tense before moving on to the struggling and infirm. One British soldier described hearing 3 distinct sounds: the incessant firing of rifles overhead, the erratic splashing of excited crocodiles, and the blood-curdling cries of the men being dismembered and devoured alive. According to him, the sounds were deafening. Some men sought to take cover in the trees, only a couple feet above the marauding reptiles, when they made a horrific discovery. Crocs can easily launch themselves several feet out of the water, and the men that hadn't climbed high enough were caught in those snare trap jaws and torn to shreds. Another chilling realization was the intelligence of the cold-blooded predator. According to multiple sources, the crocs would use their tails as battering rams to slam against the base of the trees, hoping to knock loose a prize like a twisted human piñata. Like African crocodiles camping in rivers during great migrations, these crocodiles seem perfectly content to bide their time. We have no way of knowing exactly how many lives were lost on that island, but we do know it was very likely in the several hundreds. We also have no way to confirm just how many were taken by the crocodiles, and how many simply flatlined to dehydration, sickness, other wildlife, or simply casualties of war. However, this is widely considered to be the most lethal crocodile attack in human history. And since saltwater crocodiles are capable of living 70 plus years, the chances that at least one of those same crocodiles are still there are low, but they're not zero. Crocodiles are one of the most stubbornly resilient things on Earth. They've been around for about 200 million years and have barely changed. And with a wide-ranging diet and few if any natural predators, crocs can live virtually anywhere there's warmth and water. So it makes sense that one of the most infamous animal serial killers of all time was a crocodile. Gustav was an 18-foot reptilian Ted Bundy, rumored to have been responsible for up to 300 names missing from the census. According to legend, the massive Nile predator was too bulky to hunt the typical fish, antelope, and zebra, leading him to go after bigger, tougher game like hippos, buffalo, and even humans. The Burundi butcher would allegedly hunt anything that came into its line of sight without prejudice, and like all crocs, his favorite method of hunting would have likely been lying in wait in the water, before exploding and unleashing a 3,000-pound bite force to crush whatever was unlucky enough to get caught in its jaws, before using the infamous death roll to shred their victim into bite-sized chunks. It's likely most human casualties were adults collecting water and children playing in the shallow end, not realizing the disturbance was basically ringing the dinner bell. Gustav was also disturbingly indestructible, with several eyewitnesses describing what they swore were bullet wounds tattooed across its armored skin. But the eeriest part was that for a monster nearly the length of a bus, Gustav was unexplainably never caught. In one attempt, researchers placed a live goat in a cage as bait to lure the beast out. After a storm, the next morning the cage was empty, but Gustav was nowhere to be found. We don't know how old he is, how long he had been hunting humans, just how many people had been lost to him, or even if he's still alive. There were some reports of Gustav having been shot by a hunter in 2019, but with no photographic evidence, there's still a chance that he's out there prowling the rivers of Burundi. The way I see it, there's only 3 possible options. 1, he's dead. 2, he's still out there serving as unethical population control. Or 3, he has NordVPN. Because NordVPN creates an encrypted tunnel for you and your data and protects your identity by hiding your IP address, allowing you to go off the grid untrackable and untraceable, just like Gustav. And like Crocs, who can be found almost anywhere, NordVPN gives you the option to connect to thousands of different servers across countries all over.
I like that.
If you want to enjoy the perks of Australian entertainment without also entertaining the wildlife, Australian servers are just a click away. And unlike the allegedly 2,000-pound Gustav, with fast, reliable servers, you never have to feel like you sold your speed for security. With NordVPN's threat protection, you can enjoy your internet experience without also being plagued by ads, trackers, and malware. So to get the most out of your streaming service, go to nordvpn.com/casualgeographic for a huge discount on a 2-year plan with an additional 4 months free. With Nord's money-back guarantee, it's virtually risk-free. Nothing about Gustav was risk-free. And with Salties having the strongest recorded bite force of any animal, the only guarantee was that anything caught in those vice grip jaws was something you're not getting back. In 2003, locals in Malawi were so terrified of one animal that it drove 4,000 of them to completely abandon their villages to seek refuge. The marauding beast had mauled 3 people into chalk outlines and severely disfigured another 16. Those that survived were essentially crippled for life, with some missing both hands and legs, with others missing eyes and ears. In one gruesome attack, a woman had gotten her jaw completely detached. The mysterious assailant was so feared and avoided capture for so long that some believed that the attacks were the work of a supernatural creature. In truth, these people were being stalked and hunted by a rabid hyena. Although they're armed with arguably the most devastating bite of any land mammal, hyenas are actually wary of humans. But as many will tell you, anything that gets rabies quickly becomes a different kind of animal, especially when that animal has jaws strong enough to amputate an elephant. The rabid hyena terrorized the people of Malawi for weeks, but whether the actual animal responsible for the maimings was caught and killed was never confirmed. The most infamous animal mass murderer of all time lived in Nepal in the Kumaon district of India. The Bengal tiger of Champawat was believed to be responsible for 436 less people on Earth. According to research, the carnage started in Nepal, but when hunters were called in, the tiger successfully evaded all of them. Eventually, she was driven out of the area and swam across a river and invaded India, where the attacks only got worse. The homicidal big cat would typically target young women and children and would often travel up to 20 miles following a kill, making it that much harder to capture. And unlike most tigers, who typically hunt during dusk or dawn, the man-eater at Champawat almost exclusively caught bodies during broad daylight. She became so reviled that locals no longer referred to her as a cat, but as the Devil of India.
It also makes you, it makes you not want to drink water, so it actually kills you that way too.
The tiger's reverberating roar paralyzed entire villages, with grown men refusing to leave their huts to go to work, lest the rampaging predator turn them into a statistic. It was believed that the tigress had been shot by an especially cruel hunter, which broke several of her canine teeth, leaving her mortally wounded. It's likely that this injury, along with the fact that tigers are one of the few animals that'll actively seek revenge, that drove the tiger to eventually start seeking out easier prey, people. And as a highly intelligent predator, she was constantly adapting and able to consistently avoid capture. When she was finally taken down, it was clear from the nasty injuries the tiger had sustained that she was not the villain of this story. That doesn't change the fact that she went out as the most prolific man-murker in nature. And if you think you're safe because you don't live in Asia, just keep in mind that there are more tigers in the United States than in the rest of the world combined.
Yeah, but they're in captivity. Oh yeah, no, tigers are mean. Yeah, alright. Oh yeah, no, they are mean suckers. Alright, let's see here. I feel like we need to raid out. The question is, who are we gonna raid? We could raid Micah, because he did pop in and say hi to us. And the Femboy is still going. Sorry, Gamer Boy. Our good friend Red Eye, well, our old friend of ours, Red Eye, is on. And Raku VT, which we haven't said hi to in a while, is on too. Or would you like to recommend somebody, Rajonka? Because if you want me to pick, I have like two. I'm gonna coin flip for two people. Alrighty then. Ah, Gabo. Nice. Alright, let's get this raid cooking. We will be back tomorrow with a... I'm going to find some horror game to play. It'll be a short one, or we'll see. If not, I hope to see you all if not, we will be back Wednesday with another mini painting, but it'll be a blue Twitch. Or Thursday, we'll be doing some Alice Madness Returns, unless I decide to take the night off. And then Friday, we'll be doing another Nami Fright Night. I don't have the movie picked for Fright Night yet, but I will let you all know. Probably Wednesday or Thursday. At the earliest. If not, it'll be a surprise for everybody, including me. But I hope you all had a good evening. I hope you all get a good rest, and I hope to see you all later. Bye, my lovelies.